Have you ever tried making a digital sewing pattern but ended up with files that don't print right, or worse, the scale is completely off? Hey guys, I'm Tammy and welcome back to my channel. I'm a sewing pattern designer and I create easy to follow sewing patterns for my brand Tammy Handmade. And for someone that is fully self-taught, I know how frustrating it can be when you try experimenting with making digital sewing patterns and nothing seems to work. Over the past 6 years of making sewing patterns that people across the world honestly love to sew, I've learned a few things of how to make the process of digitizing your patterns faster and easier. So in this video, I'm going to share my top 5 tips to help you digitize your sewing patterns super easily. Make sure to stick right to the end because the final tip is honestly such a game changer. Tip number 1 is to measure everything. Now there's so many ways that you can draft your own sewing patterns. I like to use tracing paper and a pencil, or I can drape directly on my mannequin. But once I have my paper patterns ready and I'm ready to actually digitize them, I make sure I measure everything on the pattern and write these measurements down. So I've just got a pattern piece, and let's say I want to digitize this pattern piece right here. This is a side front bodice. You can see that's where the bust center seam is, and then also I've got the side seam over here. I'll make sure I'll go ahead and measure key areas of this pattern piece to make the whole process a lot easier. So I've just stuck my paper pattern to the table because it kept rolling up, but what I would go ahead and do is grab my ruler and measure key areas of the pattern. So I'd measure this straight side, and if I do that right here, you can see that is roughly 7 inches. So I'd go ahead and write that down onto the pattern piece here, 7 inches. I also might end up measuring other key lines of the pattern and again write that on the pattern piece itself. Now if I want to measure things like this curve, you can do that. What I would do is go ahead and take my tape measurer and actually go ahead around the entire curve, and then I would actually write that measurement down. So that's roughly 9 inches, that curve right here. This just means I can use these measurements as a guide when I'm actually digitizing my final pattern to make sure everything's to scale and everything will line up correctly. Tip number 2 is to use tried and trusted software. So digital sewing patterns are made using software on your computer or laptop, and the number 1 software that everyone tends to use is Adobe Illustrator. If you've not heard of it before, it's basically a software that predominantly was actually used by graphic designers and illustrators. But over the past couple of years, people like myself have been using Adobe Illustrator to draft sewing patterns because it's actually really simple to use when you get the hang of it. Now, if you've opened up Adobe Illustrator before and you felt so confused by what the software looks like, I totally get it. But once you start playing with it and use it to draft patterns, honestly, it's so much quicker and easier than doing it by paper and pencil. I do have a brand new mini course that takes you through the entire process of digitizing your sewing patterns and using Adobe Illustrator if you're completely new to the software. So definitely click the link in the description box if you want to check that out. It's honestly great if you are a complete beginner to digital pattern making because I made everything video tutorial so you can really see step-by-step process of what I actually do. Tip number 3 is to look at the bigger picture often. So when you start using Adobe Illustrator to draft your sewing patterns, it can be so easy to be zoomed in all the way to your pattern piece, and you can forget to actually zoom out and look at the entire pattern as a whole to make sure everything's lining up correctly and nothing's skewed up. You just want to make sure you're checking the overall shape of your pattern often to make sure all the lines look balanced and everything's nice and smooth so it's professional when you're finished. So for example, you might be playing around and tinkering with the front sleeve shape, and when you zoom back out, you've completely misshapen the back sleeve in the process. That's why it's really important to just zoom out, have a look at the whole pattern as a whole really often to make sure nothing's being misaligned or you're actually undoing work that you've done before. Tip number 4 is to check the scale and then check it again. The absolute worst feeling is spending time digitizing your sewing pattern, and then when you go to print it out, you realize the scale is completely off. I've been there so many times, and there's honestly 2 scales you want to check to make sure everything prints correctly. The first scale you'll want to check is actually on your digital sewing pattern files that you've created. So you know in step 1 I mentioned to measure everything on your paper pattern file. Well, once you digitize your sewing pattern in Adobe Illustrator, it's really important to check these measurements against the original ones to make sure everything is to scale and everything that you've created is really similar to the original pattern. So for example, we know on this pattern, this line is roughly 7 inches. We want to make sure that on the Adobe Illustrator file, that is also 7 inches. And there's different ways that you can check this, especially using the box in the top right-hand corner. The second scale you want to check is your printer settings. So to be able to print out your digital sewing pattern files once you've created them, you're normally going to actually create A4 or USETA documents so you can print them out at your home computer. And what you end up doing is creating a test square on your digital pattern file, and that's going to help make sure that that scale is correct. So when you print it out, you're going to measure that square, and that should be the exact same size that you input in Adobe Illustrator. You also want to make sure that the printer settings is actually set to the correct scale. Most people always print to 100%, and that will just make sure it's actual size to the file you created in Adobe Illustrator. I know firsthand how hard it can be to set up the digital sewing pattern files, which is why in my mini course I show you exactly how to set them up. But on top of that, I also offer the exact Adobe Illustrator templates that you can purchase as well. So the last tip is tip number 5, and that is to simplify your lines. Now you might be thinking, what on earth do you mean by that? And I'm going to pull up Adobe Illustrator to show you exactly what I mean. So let's say you've made a pattern piece like the side front panel. And at the moment, when I select the pattern, you can see all these dots that are anchor points. Now, personally, this pattern actually looks a little messy to me, and you want to make sure you keep your lines nice and clean with as little anchor points as possible, so you get those lovely, smooth, professional curves and lines. So there's actually 2 ways that you can simplify anchor points. The first is to select the line you want to simplify, right click it and press the button simplify, and you can play around with the settings until you're happy with what it looks like. The second way is to directly click onto any anchor point and actually remove it using this button right here, and it will help make one continuous line like this. If it's a line that's curved, you can always adjust the curve to make it correct as well. These little steps actually make a huge difference to the final digital sewing pattern because it will make sure it's really nice and clean and the lines are nice and smooth, which makes it so much easier to grade in the future. I hope these 5 tips help you when you're digitizing your own sewing pattern. Honestly, it really does get a lot easier when you're playing around with Adobe Illustrator, and once you get the hang of it, it really becomes such a fun part of the pattern making process. If you want to learn how to digitize your sewing pattern files and you have no idea where to start, I am going to leave my new mini course linked in the description box below. That literally shows the entire process from start to finish of digitizing your paper patterns and being able to print them out or even share them online. I've included really easy to follow video tutorials, so you'll learn how to actually scan or take photos of the paper pattern file, how to put that onto your laptop and get it to scale in Adobe Illustrator, and then the whole process of making that digital sewing pattern file and being able for you to export it so you can print it out as many times as you like. So if you have always wanted to dip your toes into the world of digital pattern making and you want a mini course that isn't too expensive but it just gets you into the whole process of using Adobe Illustrator, I definitely recommend my mini course. Click the link down below to check it out. I hope you enjoyed this video and you found my tips really helpful for you to follow. Definitely subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comments what you think. Honestly, when I learned how to digitize my own sewing patterns how many years ago, it saved me so much time because it meant I always had copies of these sewing patterns I've designed, and even if you don't actually want to sell them, that's completely fine. You can totally just use it as a digital backup, so you always have those copies and you can print them out as many times as you like. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.